Hello and welcome to Investors Hangout. This weekly interaction to help you learn and understand savings and investment issues is brought to you by 𝗖𝗵𝗽𝗀 Sun Life Mutual Fund and Value Research. Now, the government rolled out NPS Vatsalya just a few days back. It's a scheme that allows parents to start saving for their child's retirement even before the child turns 18. So today, let's dissect the pros and cons of NPS Vatsalya with Dhirendra Kumar. Welcome, Dhirendra.
Thank you.
To begin with, can you give us an overview of this scheme, NPS Vatsalya? Because it does sound a little absurd, while most parents are struggling to save for their own retirement and for, funding their child's education. Here's a plan that the government introduces, which is meant to save for their child's retirement instead. So,
the biggest advantage of this Vatsalya scheme, which is mounted on NPS, is that it can be opened effortlessly. Just go to any of the POPs or go to NSDL or anyone and use the eNPS account. You don't need anything. Just put the child's name and everything that all the parents, they will have his details, and you can start investing. To begin with, even if you are able to put something like 5,000, 1,000, 10,000 rupee on child's birthday every year, that is good enough. What I think the great value of this design is that it can be opened effortlessly from day one, and you don't need to open a bank account and prepare for the KYC and other things, operate the minor account. Second is that if you do it in some manner, even in a limited manner, for 18 years, it is a demonstration of the long-term potential of equity, the great returns, because all other investment avenues provided by the government are fixed income, whether it be Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana or the PPF account, which you can open for a minor. They are all fixed income yielding. They really don't demonstrate magic or the potential of the magic of compounding at a higher rate of equity returns. That is one. The second is that I would like some essential improvement, that maximum allocation to equity can be 75% here.
Why not 100%?
Why not 100%? When a child is in, we are investing for a child, and that too for 18 years and more, or, at least 15, 17 years, why not 100%? And there can't be a better design than NPS for its low cost and a secure structure. But I think it is still valuable. I would like a lot of improvements, but this is, it's a good starting point.
All right. Another thing is that before the child turns 18, if a parent wants to withdraw some amount, it is only the 25% that they can withdraw, which really, what sense does it make if you want to invest in your child's education, if you can't do that with this money? Does it really make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense. And I think that is, this is where the Vatsalya scheme is a good start, but it needs phenomenal improvement, and it can become very useful. First thing is that, it should have 100% allocation to equity. When you are investing for 10 years and more, having highest allocation to equity will only enhance the performance. Second is that, this 25% restriction on withdrawal, this should not be tailored to child's retirement. It should be tailored to or targeted at child's education. Right. Because that is like investment in the future. Of course, the government is working towards simplifying the tax policies. Government is working towards abolishing as many. The new tax regime is a demonstration of that. That simplify, do away with all exemptions. But this is one thing for which I would like to desire an exemption, even if it amounts to violating my core principle of simplifying things. That up to 1 lakh of rupees of annual contribution to Vatsalya scheme should be tax exempt. It should be a deductible expense for everybody. Because this is something which every government policy should incentivize people to save for their child's education. Right. And education is becoming expensive. It is no longer an aspirational thing. So, incentivizing savings towards that goal. So, Vatsalya needs to be readapted. And that is my desire. That is my wish list. And I hope it happens.
Okay, so irrespective of whatever the provisions are right now, can NPS Vatsalya be used to build wealth for child?
NPS Vatsalya can build wealth. And build wealth because, once you put your money, the grandparents and, in the Indian framework, in the Indian family framework, grandparents are all the more excited about investing for the grandchild than their parents, who will be, going with their essential expenses, and they may have savings sometimes not being able to save. So it gives you it gives you a window, it gives you a vehicle whereby you can put your money, and that will be for long term. Substantial amount of money will be invested in equity, and it will be low cost. And over any period of 10-15 years, I think it has a very dramatic impact on people's mind when you see that, the amount of money that you put and this long time period, the way it grows. So I think it is, a very promising thing. It can be improved substantially, and then I think it will become very compelling.
Well, that's about NPS Vatsalya, and we hope these changes are brought about to make it more useful. Now, moving on to a viewer's question. Dhirendra Kumar says, if I have a portfolio of 5 equity fund categories, say Flexi Cap, Mid Cap, Large and Mid Cap, Small Cap, and a Contra or Value fund, is it advisable to have more than one fund in each equity category while maintaining the same overall allocation as a way to hedge against AMC and manager risks in active funds?
Yes, it depends on the complexity. It depends on the scale. So if you are doing 10,000 rupees investment in all the 5, assuming equally, then it's fine. But if you're, unless you have achieved a scale, it may not be worthwhile, because then you will have to keep track of 10 funds instead of 5. So once you achieve a scale, it might be meaningful, because there is always more than one fund in a certain category which is just as promising. There is never a precise thing that this is the best and this is the second best. There is a bunch of good funds, and it's very difficult to guess which is the best fund. So it is always useful to spread your bet on a couple of good ones than just one. But then you are anyway betting on another 5 categories. And even betting on 5 categories is also very useful, because different components of the market, whether it be Contra or large and mid and small, all the segments of the market, they are cyclical. They will do well sometime, and exactly for that reason, when something is doing well, the opposite is also true. When small caps and the mid caps and the aggressive funds are doing well, that is when the Contra will not do well. When they will struggle, then the Contra will do well, or the value will do well. So that is why that is true diversification. Maybe what you don't have as part of your portfolio, and maybe it may not be a good time to add that because it's not possible, is the international allocation. That is also you should keep an eye on. So which means that you will end up with 6 funds. And then having 12 funds may not be a bad idea. But make sure that you have this diversification of more than one fund in each category. Once you have crossed 10, 20, 50 lakh rupees, which is meaningful. At a very small scale, don't add too many. Once you achieve a scale, when it is more important to diversify and spread your bets, then do.
All right, then, that's all we have for you in today's episode. Keep watching the space for more information. If you like the show, do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Take care. Bye for now.